Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, Raven updates. Look. Everybody right now is being absolutely just shocked and in awe with the combine. They're in awe of the 40 times that's just been broken. I believe the guy ran 4.21 seconds. Fastest time in combine history. So shout outs to that young man that did that. But when you're on Twitter and you're hearing Shefter and the way that a lot of them talking, there's only two things right now that you really hear that's being put out for the update. So I'm giving you the update about the Ravens, right? And that's all about the contract for Justin Madabuike and wide receivers. Now, for some Raven fans, that's cool. Why? Because you guys hear me talk. I've been wanted. Every time I talk wide receivers, I bring up Mike Evans and right now DeAndre Hopkins. Those are the two names that I keep bringing up, right? And of course, I had to cover the Keon Coleman thing. But why is that the topic that is permeating through the Raven flock right now? Why is that like the only thing right now that Raven fans really care about? It doesn't make sense. Like at all. This is the update. I'm going to tell you, because I tell you this is supposed to Ravens update, right? This should be the update. The first, second, and third thing that the Ravens should be looking at right now in the draft. You ready? Offensive line. You understand? That's it. Why on God's green earth? And listen, you can have bro, we're not going to have the wide receivers that can get open on the first window. That's never been our drafting strategy. That's never been how we've done things. So you can give that up. But the protection of the $250+ million man that's back there flinging those balls and making those running plays, that should be the most important thing for this off season. As a fact, John Harbaugh brought it up in one of his stuff. He said, look, we're looking on upgrading the entire offensive line. That's a quote. The entire offensive line. I think the only place where we're solid, where there's like no question marks, is center. With Tyler Linderbaum. Everywhere else, hey! We don't know what's coming. I don't know what's next. All I want to do is protect the QB. That's all I want to do. That's all I care about, bro. Justin Madabuike, I get it. We got to keep him. We got to figure out a way to get that done. Matter of fact, Adam Shefter just brought up that he expects him to be franchise tag. So, and you know Madabuike ain't going to be happy about that. You know that man's not going to be happy about that. So, there's that. But I'm saying honestly, there's a couple names. Like, I was going over the draft stuff, right? Because you already know I got to keep up with it, right? Because usually I'm always looking towards the weapons. But y'all have to understand that right now the most important thing that we got to change the offensive line. So these are the 5 or 4 names that came up on like the big draft boards that everybody is saying these guys are the best tackles right now in the draft. And it's like Joe Alt from Notre Dame, right? Okay. They got him on the big board ranked number 5. And I'm going to read it to y'all at 6'8". 6'8". Jesus. He brings elite size to offensive tackle. He's even better this year at using that size and length to his advantage. Yet he maintains technique with leverage to mitigate any natural weaknesses. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, Alamuia Fashanu, Penn State. They got him top 10 also, right? They said Olufashinu is one of the smoothest movers we've seen in pass protection since Tyron Smith and Joe Thomas. Those 2 names should make me want this brother. Move up and get him. Listen, I know we're not going to go that high. And there's no way something like him is going to drop down to us. But boy, when you start bringing up names like Tyron Smith and Joe Thomas, if y'all don't recognize that's like That's Joe Thomas, the tackle from the Cleveland Browns for all those seasons. Absolutely just amazing. He was amazing. Yeah. That's what jumped out. Not even the first guy. When you start bringing up certain names, you start looking at people like, whoo. Number 3, Talise Fuaga. All right, Fuaga is a true mauler of an offensive tackle. His dominance in the run game catches your eyes first as he displaces opponents and finishes them from the play, but he also well-versed in hand usage and pass protection, making for a well-rounded prospect. And number 4, you got tackle J.C. Latham, Alabama. Latham is supersized offensive tackle at 6'6", 360 pounds, but he moves much better than one would expect for a player of his size. Consistency with his hand placement is still a work in progress, but he is a physically gifted big man to mold. Because, once you get out of the top 3, there's a drop-off. All right? And then, of course, you got Amarius Mims. Take one look at Mims, and the immediate takeaway will be they don't have many like this dude. He has a massive frame, but he's athletic with it too. His flexibility allows him to get a wide base while keeping his back flat to generate a ton of power and more leverage than one would expect. He's light on experience, but will be coveted come draft time. These are the names that I need you guys to start getting acquainted with, because these are the things that make and break teams. And I don't want to hear an excuse saying it's going to take us 2 seasons to build the offensive line. Oh! We've seen the Kansas City Chiefs do it twice in one offseason. I don't want to hear no excuses about the O-line. Not even this much. Not even none. Not even none. There's no way we can keep Ronnie Stanley. He got to go. That massive contract he got, I'm surprised they haven't cut him yet. Morgan Moses, the only Moses I care about is the one in the Bible. Bye! Look, I'm being realistic on this, right? I know most of these guys will not drop down, but if one of them get close enough for the Ravens to move up and get, they have to. They have to. They got to get a guy that is a guy that at least, okay, he's huge, he's big, he plays great. He could be a staple on the offensive line for years to come, and we're going to have him on a rookie deal for at least 4 seasons. That's what we need for the Ravens. That's it. Listen, everything else comes second to that. It comes second. And look, I know a lot of people are going to get on me about it and everything else, talking about no, Nitro, no. But y'all tell me what y'all think, because those are the updates about this team that I'm worried about. Will they make the proper adjustments and proper stuff for what we need? Because we've seen them say, oh, we have another year, or oh, we can wait till next year, or oh, we have enough, oh, we'll make it work, and then it doesn't work, and then someone gets hurt or something else, and everyone looks at it and be like, man, we should have got that guy from the draft. I already told you, the wide receiving components I want are going to be free agents. I said the draft should be solely used to rebuild the offensive line. And you get 1 or 2 guys in there that are veterans, and you keep it moving. But you need some young, athletic talent to go along with some of those, older guys. Because Tyler Linderbaum is still young. You keep Zeitler. You got Tyler Linderbaum. You get some young dudes, some young studs at the tackle position. Make sure they can play and ball out. Come on now, man. We need that. But what do you guys think? Do you agree saying, oh, we're coveting too much, people are talking too much about the wide receivers? Or do you say, hey, look, what we should be looking at is the offensive line, and that should be first, second, and third on everybody's list? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, all right? Because I really want to know. Because like I said, all I'm hearing people talk about is Madabuike and wide receivers. While we should be talking about Madabuike and offensive line. But it should be offensive line number 1, offensive line number 2, Madabuike number 3. All the way down there at number 9 and 10, wide receivers. But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment in all of the comments. And if you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, Bottom of the screen, QR code. QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. And before we go any further, I want to give a shout out to Greg Patton for a massive $50 donation. For any of y'all that grew up watching Cartoon Network, you know exactly where that's from. I don't even got to say the name. Whoa, mama. But as always, that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nico, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.